Good morning and welcome to This Week in YouTube, the only show that's Commander-in-Chief of the Alaskan National Guard.
Our top story this week, John McCain shocked the nation by choosing Alaska Governor Sarah Palin as his running mate.
What is it exactly that the VP does every day?
Palin has already begun training for the job under the watchful eye of her predecessor, Dick Cheney.
You're hitting
Palin may be a bit inexperienced, but as a former member of the press, she's very prepared to be in front of the camera.
Iditarod, of course, is the biggie, but it's not the only mushing going on. A few more of the Yukon Quest mushers finished up in Whitehorse today.
Though Palin continues to struggle with using a teleprompter, she's quick to point out that George W. Bush proved it's easy to be president without knowing how to read.
Outside the Republican convention, Democracy Now! Host Amy Goodman was arrested by Minneapolis police.
Sir, I want to talk to you.
Arrest her.
Do not arrest me.
Go right there.
Yeah, but you don't see what she was doing before the camera started rolling. Running a meth lab.
Diddy blog, diddy blog, diddy blog, diddy blog.
What is the reality in Alaska? Like, there's not even no crackheads in Alaska.
Did McCain even look at the patented Diddy crackheadometer to determine the number of crackheads a state must have in order to produce a viable candidate? Let's take a look. If your state has 0 to 100 crackheads, you can be sergeant at arms of your local community watch program. 100 to 500 crackheads, you can be an alderman. 500 to 1,000 crackheads, oh look at that, you can be on the Ways and Means Committee. And finally, 1,000 or more crackheads, you can be vice president.
Turning our attention to the Democratic convention this week, Barack Obama accepted his party's nomination at Denver's Invesco Field. As one would expect from the world's biggest celebrity, Obama closed out his speech by trashing the stage, diving into the crowd, and meeting the sexiest delegates backstage for a Coke party.
Interesting, because I know Joe Biden likes to close out a convention with a lemon party.
What's a lemon party?
Also appearing at this year's Democratic convention, former Vice President Al Gore.
If you believe it's time for a change, then vote for Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
Gore took the opportunity to remind the crowd that though he never claimed to invent the internet, he did invent Roman-style backdrops and conventions.
To raise money for breast cancer research, singer Katy Perry had her breasts professionally plastered.
And it's like paper mache when you're in first grade and you make a paper mache ball. But now they're using my boobies. And Travis is going to paint it.
Perry said the experience was a big change for her because, though she's usually plastered, it's not this professional.
This week sees the release of the big Nicolas Cage action remake, Bangkok Dangerous.
Well, what is your work?
Banking.
Thai directors the Pang brothers said they were inspired to remake their film in America with Nicolas Cage because they hate you.
Recently unearthed archival footage gave us a glimpse into the YouTube of 1985.
You think I could get this one featured?
I don't see why not. Just get your tape in the mail ASAP. Rumor has it our company's really gonna be big soon.
YouTube languished in obscurity for years until one ingenious pioneer catapulted it into the mainstream.
Last week we noted the birthday of legendary voice man Don LaFontaine. We're saddened to report that he actually passed away this week at the age of 68.
You have to bring to voice acting is to bring their own personal experience, their own personal take on horror or love or drama or comedy or music or whatever. How you feel about that, if you can bring that through your reading, it will give you a unique voice.
Using paintballs, Adam and Jamie from the show Mythbusters painted a copy of the Mona Lisa in 80 milliseconds. Though it clearly lacks some of the eerie detail of Da Vinci's original, the Mythbusters replica still contains several secrets about Jesus' family.
And finally, the retarded policeman pulled a man over this week just for the pleasure of insulting him.
You know, this is really uncomfortable.
No, this is uncomfortable.
And that's it for This Week in YouTube. For Lon Harris, I'm Leah D'Amelio. We're watching YouTube, so you don't have to. We'll see you next time. Obama closed his speech by trashing the stage, diving into the crowd, and meeting the sexiest delegates backstage for a Coke party. I almost said sex party.
Wow.